Hello there, guys. It's Pearl Jr. here. It seems like things have gotten a bit calmer since we've learned on the 21st that there was going to be a documentary premiering at Sundance Film Festival on the 26th of January. Well, here we are, how many days later? 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 days later. Here we are 10 days later. And Taj Jackson has collected over $42,000, but he got a long way to go to get to $777,000 to produce a rebuttal video about the Leaving Neverland character assassination hit job. If I can take quotes from the estate and from Taj Jackson. And it is just unbelievable as someone like me who covered the 2005 trial and sat in the courtroom and listened to testimony, and I'm telling you, nothing proved that Michael Jackson was guilty. His sexual interest was in adult women, white, black, fat, skinny, and we have proof because he had been subscribing to like Hustler and Playboy for over a decade. So we know that Michael's sexual interest was in women. But you know, there's just got to be something that can be done about this airing on HBO and then on Channel 4 in the UK. HBO is huge. Okay, so many people are going to see it, and it's going to devalue Michael Jackson so much. And judging by what happened with R. Kelly, where, you know, he can't get reportedly, he can't get his license renewed to perform. They have limited him from visiting his studio. His music, he has lost his contract with Sony, RCA. So he's being thought of as the worst person ever. So I am scared for Michael Jackson because this is supposed to be worse, because it's about child molestation, children. So anyway, there's just got to be something that has to be done. And I'm not sure all of what the estate has done, but I hope it's more than just a statement. I hope it's more than just releasing a statement. So I have been thinking about it, you know, as someone who has been just relentlessly defending Michael Jackson. Even when I'm telling you that he faked his death, I am also saying that he broke no laws faking his death, and faking your death is not against the law. Michael wanted to get away from this type of stuff. When he almost went to jail for 20 years for a crime he didn't commit, and also in 93, why wouldn't he try to fake his death? Why wouldn't he try to escape from his fame and from people coming after him thinking he was a target? Watch my Alive trilogy. I tell you that he was a target after the insurance paid the 1993 settlement. And I have a signed affidavit that I have released on my Twitter page and on my Facebook page by Brian Oxman, who was the Jackson attorney, saying that his insurance company negotiated and paid that settlement in 93, and that's why he was able to be talked into settling. And let me tell you a couple other things about settling. He did not admit to any guilt by settling. There still could have been a lawsuit. They could have pursued it. $2 million was spent at that time investigating whether Michael was a pedophile. There were 2 grand juries that were assembled, but they refused to indict Michael Jackson on that. They thought it was too ridiculous to indict him. And you've heard the saying, you can indict a ham sandwich. Well, 2 grand juries couldn't indict Michael Jackson. The description that Jordy gave of Michael's penis did not match, because Tom Snetton and his photographer and his other boys went down, photographed Michael Jackson's penis. Could you imagine? Penis. Because they wanted it to match. Because if it matched, they would have arrested him. But they never arrested him in 93. because they never, ever had anything credible to say Michael Jackson committed those crimes. It's just the words of people. People lie all the time. We have a president that's lied nearly 8,000 times since he's been elected president. And those are counted by someone. There's an organization that counts his lies. So when we have a president that lies almost 8,000 times in less than 3 years, a little bit over 2 years, then why wouldn't other people lie? Especially when you think you're going to get a payday of millions of dollars. And reportedly, Jermaine said that Wade sued for $1.5 billion. So yeah, people would lie. Yes, it's called copycat. Copycat lies. It worked that time. Boy, if I could just make it sound a little bit more juicy. So let me study real cases of child sexual abuse. Let me be well versed in it. And then I could say what real child abusers have said, and then I can say that to make people believe me. And that's what I believe that documentary is about. It's about weaving together a really, really good story. There was a 10-year investigation secretly by the FBI. That's secretly. And I bet you they found a way to put cameras in Michael Jackson's Neverland bedroom. Because why? The FBI never filed suit against Michael, and they looked for 10 years to see if Michael was a child abuser. So there's nothing there. Nothing. There was this one guy named Victor Gutierrez who wrote this horrible, horrible book and said these horrible things and said there was a videotape of Michael having sex with a child or sexual relationships with a child. Michael was like, bring it. I want to see it, because Michael knew that it didn't exist. Now, reportedly, Wade has said that Michael recorded them having sex, but there's no recording, of course. Of course, there's no proof. There's no evidence. Okay? So it is a story, just like the stories of Superman and superheroes and movies that we watch all the time, movies that make you cry, and it's acting. It's pretend. It's not real. Okay? So we got to remember that. Anyway, there's just something that should be done. So I filed a police report, because I had contacted the Santa Barbara District Attorney, Magnicola, who was listed as one of the attorneys on the 2005 trial. He did not return my call, and I also emailed him, and he did not get back with me. So I'm thinking, what else can I do? And I have other things, but I'm going to tell you guys, I filed a police report with the Sheriff's Department in Santa Barbara County, right? And I want to read you that. I want to read that to you, because I think it's very important that you understand what I sent to them. I had to send it to them as an anonymous tip, because with their online report of crime, there was nothing for perjury, because perjury is supposed to be filed by the attorneys that were trying the case. So it's either Tom Mesereau or it is Tom Sneddon, who is dead. They were the lead attorneys. Now, I don't know if Tom Mesereau is doing anything. Hopefully he is, because he is being slandered by this, because him saying Michael Jackson was innocent, never molested a kid. He put his career on the line of those who testified under oath. So he is being harmed. My documentary is being harmed, because I did a documentary on the case based on their testimony, saying Michael Jackson never molested them. And I have a picture of Wade Robson where I do a list of who denied Michael Jackson molested them in my Michael Jackson, The Trial and Triumph of the King of Pop documentary. And I have a picture of Wade where I say denied, because he denied, and he was the first witness for the defense, saying Michael Jackson never, ever, ever molested me. Okay? So there got to be something that can be done. So I'm going to read you the police report that I filed, okay? So I'm going to turn my camera around, of course, because that's how I do it now. Okay. So I'm going to read you this. I think it's a page and a half, so bear with me. Okay, I said, I cannot find anything that matches the description of my police report on your website, so I'm filing this police report here because I live 2.5 hours away. I have already called your district attorney's office and sent Magnicola an email, both with no response. I contacted DA Magnicola about someone committing perjury during a 2005 trial in which several years later 2 individuals changed their testimony in a very material way in 2013 and 2014. Reportedly, since 2013, one person has moved out of the state, and records show this person has been living in Hawaii since 2013. I'm going to show you those links right now, but I'm going to finish this paragraph. Statute of limitations does not count when the subject moves out of the state of California, making this police report valid. Now, let me show you. I have, I'm going to show you. In 2013, here's an article that says Wade Robson moving to Hawaii after Michael Jackson molestation claims. 2013 is when he filed suit, and it's also when he went on a smear campaign for Michael Jackson. Now, here we go. Does Wade Robson still live in Hawaii? Because if he does, that's a problem. Okay, now let me find, okay, not that. Here we go. Here we go. Now, see this here? It says Hawaii Community Foundation, Robson Family Fund. Look at that. He decided that he's going to collect money because of his child abuse situation, because he didn't win his lawsuit, right? He didn't win his $1.5 billion lawsuit, which I've heard that it's on appeal right now. And I don't know, I didn't verify if it's on appeal, but it looks like it probably is. The Robson Family Fund at the Hawaii Community Foundation was established in 2019 by Wade and Amanda Robson. Wade Robson, a survivor of child sex abuse, that's what he says, along with Amanda Robson, his wife, mother of their child, and also a survivor of child abuse. Oh, here we go. So oh my God, wanted to create a powerful way to contribute towards the healing and prevention of child abuse. Okay, I'm going to turn my camera around. Did you hear that? So his wife, since she was a victim of child abuse, so Wade and her, they talk about it all day long, right? Can you believe that? But did you catch 2019? Is when they established this fund. So we know that he knew that it was going to get into the Sundance in 2019, because it did. January 2019, it got in there. So they decided they're going to capitalize on all this media frenzy, and they're going to make themselves some money in the ways of charity. So in that documentary, Wade says, I didn't get paid a penny. Did your charity get paid? You and your wife's charity get paid, and you're asking for money, donations? You're asking for donations, Wade? Really? Let me tell you, the donation, let me turn this back around a little bit. Let me turn this back around. Look at that. Look at that. No $5 or $10, not even $100. Their suggestions are $250, $500, $1,000, or other. Look at that. If this is not a money grab, I don't know what is. I know Taj, when he's trying to collect money to make a film, he says it doesn't matter, $5, $10, $20, $25, whatever you have. It all goes into the pot, into the plus column. Wade is telling you, don't be playing poor with me. My donation started $250, $500, $1,000, or other. He's giving you a subliminal message that don't be coming here with no little chump change donating money to our organization. I mean, is this incredible? This is so telling. Oh my God. This is so telling. Look at that. All right, let me go back to my police report, okay? I mean, this is so obvious it's for money, right? So anyway, so then I put these 2 links in there, right? Okay. That he moved in 2013 to Hawaii, reportedly, and he still lives there. Okay, because they started the foundation from Hawaii. Okay, so let me continue to read the police report, my police report. So I'm gonna turn my camera back around. This is incredible. This is incredible. This is in regards to the People versus Michael Joe Jackson. I'm continuing with the police report. I am filing a police report on Wade Robson and James Safechuck for committing the felony of perjury, Penal Code 118. The crime of perjury did not occur until 2013, in which that is the date of the crime, not 2005. That's very important, right? Because it was just testimony in 2005, and everybody from that point on thought it was truthful testimony until Wade said, sorry, I'm lying. So the date of the crime is really 2013, right? Or when I discovered it, or when the estate was formally charged, it's got a lawsuit, which 2013. Now, it could go to 2012 if they can show a paper trail to where, but that was private, to where the estate started receiving correspondences in 2012. But let's just say 2013, because that's when the legal lawsuit happened. Okay, I'm going to read on. During the 2005 trial, Wade Robson testified under oath during that trial that Michael Jackson did not molest him. Wade Robson, his mother Joy, and his sister Chantel also backed up Wade's statement in '93 when Wade also testified in a deposition that Michael Jackson never molested him. And so in 2013, Wade Robson publicly changes his story that Michael Jackson did not. In 2013, Wade publicly changes his story that Michael did molest him by filing a lawsuit accusing Michael Jackson of sexual misconduct by suing the Michael Jackson estate. That part of it was dismissed in 2015. MJJ Productions and MJJ Ventures, both of those were dismissed in 2017. The case was fully dismissed in 2017, but reportedly there's an appeal going on. In 2014, James Safechuck, who reportedly testified in a legal declaration, has also changed his story from Michael Jackson did not molest me to Michael Jackson did molest me. Not sure the date of the declaration, but again, the perjury did not occur until 2014. Now, this right here is called a subordination of perjury for Safechuck. So when Robson went ahead and said that he was molested, then he added you to the same type of conspiracy to change your original testimony. So you are like a subordinate. You are affiliated. You are a conspirator in this money extortion scheme. And that, I think I can fairly call it that. I am filing a police report that these two men committed the felony of perjury 2013-2014 and are making a mockery of the legal system by purposely lying because Robson stated on national television to Matt Lauer that he never forgot being molested by Michael, therefore admitted he lied on purpose in 2005. He said he never forgot. Never forgot. Also in I should have added 1993 too. Okay, because there was a deposition. Okay, my name is Pearl Jr. I'm an investigative journalist, documentary filmmaker who was credentialed media in the 2005 trial. So I too feel like I've been harmed by producing a documentary that I promote as 100% factual. And now since Robson and Safechuck have publicly changed their testimony, it's harmful to my reputation as a credible journalist and documentary filmmaker who has always and still do believe that Michael Jackson is innocent. But with the released documentary called Leaving Neverland, exhibited on January 25th, 2019 at Utah Sundance Film Festival, the world can now believe these two people who perjured themselves. So which story is true? The one under oath or the one told to a documentary filmmaker? This is a police report accusing Wade Robson and James Safechuck with the felony of perjury, Penal Code 118. Then I leave my information there. Okay. So we'll see what happens with this police report, but when there's a police report, there has to be an investigation. And with the investigation, they should question Magnagola. Why aren't you doing anything about this? Is it a personal thing? They're making a mockery of the judicial system, without a doubt. by saying, I can lie anytime I want because there's all this psychoanalysis stuff about child sex abusers who can change their mind. And a lot of people said it happens to a lot of people, but you said you never forgot, Wade. That was a big boo-boo on your part, when you told Matt Lauer on the Today Show that you never forgot any of it. You purposely lied on purpose. Okay, so there is something that we can do. Now, for perjuries, up to 4 years punishment in the state of California, and you have 3 to 4 years from the time that you found out that to when it was a crime. It doesn't become a crime until he recants his statement on purpose for the purposes of writing a book that no one picked up, for the purposes of filing a lawsuit, which we have proof of, for the purposes of making a mockery and harassing the heck out of Michael Jackson's estate and harassing Michael Jackson. This is harassment. And if this law firm is any part of this, the law firm, because I saw something else recently about some jurors who have changed their minds since they heard about Wade and Safechuck. This is harassment. So there's got to be something that somebody can do to tell these guys that what they've done is unacceptable. Not cry on the shoulder, because we cannot let the Me Too movement make everybody guilty, because people lie. It's easy. You open your mouth and you talk. The United States still has a constitution. And there are still laws that say that everyone is presumed innocent until proven guilty, right? So even with me, there's got to be a lawsuit or someone to investigate the perjury claim, right? Now I think it's cut and dry, clear as can be. It's just like, Mama, when you ask your kid, I thought this was funny. When you ask your kid, did you eat any chocolate? And he says, no, I didn't eat any chocolate, but then there's chocolate all around his mouth and stuck in his teeth. That's what I consider what's going on right now with Robson and Safechuck. It's a payday. Opened up a charity in 2019. And remember that they said, Sundance said it was a late addition. That film, Leaving Neverland, was submitted late to them. Okay? So in 2019, they start this charity because they knew that all this publicity would come. And they don't want you to give them, don't be sending no $5, $10 little kids, that were molested, or people that can't afford it. We only want big money donors. $250, $500, $1,000, or other, or more. I bet you he wanted to put or more instead of other. This is awful, and this is hurting Michael Jackson's legacy. Well, anyway, guys, this is why Michael Jackson faked his death. See my Alive trilogy of Michael Jackson docs for this kind of harassment. Michael is reportedly the most sued person that's ever lived. Him and his companies. Most sued person that's ever lived. And that last one, when they wanted to lock him up for 20 years and they were doing exposés on where Michael would go and how he'd be transported to the jail and where he would be housed. Tom Mesereau said he thought of it as a death penalty case because he didn't think Michael could last in jail. So you want to know what a man on a mission would do? He wanted to fake his death during Invincible because he had it. But 9/11 happened. You got to watch Alive 3 for that. Okay? So Michael is somewhere safe. I don't know where he is. I believe I know who he is. That's in Alive 3. And of course, you're going to find different things that say no, he is, and yes, he is. But I got enough yes, he is in Alive 3 to where I'm convinced. Will you be convinced? You watch Alive 3. But he's somewhere in the world and I have no idea where he is, and no one's looking for him. Because he's not a criminal. He's not a criminal, and it's not against the law to fake your death as long as you're not a felon, As long as the police aren't looking for you, as long as you're not running away from your debts, then you can disappear anytime you want to. All right? So anyway, this is Pearl Jr. and I'm out. I got other things that I'm working on, but I can't tell you what that is yet. All right then. Talk to you guys later.